Hello and welcome back to our video series on your PLR makeover. In this video, we're going to begin to put everything together for you. Your website, or mini site as it is in this case, is kind of like the front door to your home, the first thing visitors see. Now, if your home's front door is just not as inviting as it could be, then your visitors may quickly turn into passersby. The same is true with your mini website. Now, this particular video is going to show you how to put everything together, give you some tips and ideas that you can use to create your own mini website from some of the things we've already created throughout this video series. So let's get to it. This is the original sales page that we were working with, and if you were unfortunate enough not to receive any kind of a marketing package with your PLR purchase, then there's still hope for you. Don't sweat it. It's going to be a little bit more work, but there is still hope for you. What you can do is you can go to your search engine of choice, I'm using Google, and just type in something related to free web page templates. And as you can see in this instance, we've got a few options here. So what you can do is, if you've already done what I suggested in a couple of different videos in this series, and that is created a folder on your computer, titling it Product Creations or thereabouts, and inside of that folder, one of them anyway, title another folder Templates. Here is something else you can add inside that Templates folder. A selection or a collection of free website templates. And where these folks make their money, who knows? No, seriously, they might just want, in some instances, they might figure that if you like what they give you for free, then you're really going to like what they give you at a nominal fee. So by all means, check these out. Another thing too is, if you don't want to go to the full extent of getting a full-blown template for your website, then you might want to go a little more minimalistic, and that would be just the headers and or footers. And likewise, you just do a search in your favorite search engine for free header images or something thereabouts. And in this case, I came across several of them. One of these were one that I actually used myself years ago when I first, actually a couple of years ago, whenever I first started in this business. And what they did was they offer you these free web page headers and matching footers and a couple of squeeze page templates too, completely free, and they're pretty good. They're well done. They're professional graphics and everything that's been used in here, but they wanted me to subscribe to their newsletter. No problemo. Actually, I may still be subscribed to this day if I'm not mistaken. But that's their charge. They want to provide you with content on a regular basis through their newsletter, and in the process they're also going to be promoting some products, and that's where they will generate their income from you. In the event you make any purchases from those back-end sales down the line through reading their newsletter. So by all means, this is just one of the means in which you can start a collection of templates for headers, footers, and other items. So by all means, check this option out as well. Now then, we're going to assume, though, in this instance, that you already have a marketing pack similar to the ones that we've been working with. And what we're going to do now is we're going to open up our HTML editor. We're going to use Composer, and we will replace this with our created header image from a prior video. And the other graphics inside of here, like the ebooks and such, we're going to replace those with the ones we've also created. We're also going to change out the background image here, and I'll show you that here in just a second by opening up our Composer software. So let's go ahead and bring in our HTML sales page. Now, I've already made all the changes here. I just want to go through and show you what I've done. For example, with the header image, and in this case here, we've got these tabs down here. Let me back up a sec. Got the normal, which is the view that we're in right now, and the HTML tags just tells you a little bit about what each one of these little items is in here. And frankly, I never use that, but I use the normal or the source code. And if you're the hardcore hand coder, this is where that's going to come in at. And then the preview is pretty much what it's going to look like on the browser once it's open up in your visitor's browser or in your browser as well. So now what I've done here under the normal view is I've clicked on the header image, came up here, and to replace the old one with our new one that we created, going up here to insert, clicked on image, and then I navigate to the location of the new image we're going to replace the old one with. And under the alt text, you can either have this to where you do use it or you don't use it. I suggest, and my preference is, that you do use it, because this also adds to your search engine optimization for this particular page in a small way, but every little bit helps. And this just adds additional relevancy from the search engine robots standpoint, that this image is relevant to the sales page because of the text that it sees here. Plus, if your image is big file size, and the visitor that is viewing this and will be giving you money, hopefully here in a minute, is doing so through a dial-up or a slow internet connection. Until this image completely loads, they have an idea through this alternate text as to what is about to show up here in a second. So if you have no alternate text, then the search engines will just pass us by as garbage. It's, again, it's just nitpicking, but still every little bit helps. And two, until this fully loads on your dial-up customer's website or browser, this can be totally blank. So they may think there's something wrong, and they might even hit the back button or the on to the next sales page button. So again, I suggest highly to use the alternate text. Anyway, that's what we did here with the header image, making sure that if this comes out all whopper-jawed, not a whack, then you come on up here to dimensions and make sure that the dimensions here match the dimensions of the actual page. Or you can just click on the actual size and that'll fix what ails you. And that's that. Then of course you come on down here and we did the same thing with this image here by selecting, actually we deleted one of the other images on the original and then just selected the existing one and replaced it with this one here. And again, the same thing with the alt text. If we right click on this, go to image properties, the same thing will pop up. Put in the alt text here, or you can choose not to. And checking the dimensions, if this comes out all whopper-jawed, make sure that it's the actual size as the product or the image you're putting in there. And then as far as the background here, where I change that from the dark blue to the brownish color, go here to the source, and this is just one way to do it. There's others, I'm sure, but this is how I roll. And then you come on up here, and it's going to be related to the body. And in this instance, it's related to the background color of the body, and it is in RGB. Now, frankly, you can use RGB, you can use the hexadecimal, that's this thing here with the pound sign or number sign or hash symbol, depending on which side of the pond you're on. And either one of these refers to the same thing. Suffice it to say that if you change these numbers, it will change the color. We'll leave it at that. And because this here is red, green, blue. This is how much red goes into that picture. This is how much green goes into that picture. And this is how much the blue goes into that picture. And when I say picture, I mean the color here. It's not really a picture, it's the background. Anywho, that is how we create our sales page or our mini site by taking the existing sales page that we made over in a prior video and the existing images that we made over in a prior video and putting them all together. Now I also need to mention too that we did create this additional table here, and this is where our PayPal button is going to go because we have several options when it comes to payment processors, and we're going to get into this in an upcoming video. So we simply create another table here by clicking anywhere in the page. We come up here to table in the menu bar, click on insert, click on table here, then choose one. And then it inserts that table right there in kind of its raw form. Then inside of here, right click, go to table, cell properties, and we've got two items here, table or cell. We want to go to table, and right now it's at 100 pixels. We want 100% of the cell, and we don't want a border because you can see there's a little bit of a border around there. We don't want any spacing, and the padding, I usually leave this at 5 or 6 or 7. And what this is, the difference between the spacing and the spacing is outside, the padding is inside. The spacing number here tells that it basically wants to have at least 2 pixels before anybody gets up to its border. It gives that much space. Likewise on the inside, here we're having 5 pixels. Nothing inside of this box will come within 5 pixels of the inner walls, is basically what the padding is. And then we want the table alignment to be centered, and click on OK, and there you go. Now, of course, since we already have that, we're going to nix that by clicking that guy right there. Get our formatting up here a little bit more. And that's basically it. Now let's go ahead and create our, and this, by the way, is in our folder we just created for our new products. Let's go ahead and open this up here. And this is what is going to be uploaded to our server here in an upcoming video. And inside of here, we have the product that we're going to sell, and I've already zipped that up. That's this guy right here. Then we have the images of our site, And then we have the index page that I just showed you. And then we also have the rights. Now inside this thank you page, we want that to closely resemble the looks of our index page. So there's some conformity there. And inside of here, we're going to have a link to the rights and to the product here. And then we're going to, this is what we're going to have linked to our PayPal button. So let's go ahead and go back to our composer. And let's go ahead and delete everything in here. Since we already have the sales page, we've got the look the way we want it. Let's go ahead and click right here. Scroll on down, thus highlighting everything down to the bottom here. Click on delete. That gets rid of everything except for these three boxes. Now we don't need this box here. Get rid of that. And we don't need that box there. Now, let me also say too, if you want to add some type of back-end sales to your thank you page, which is cool, you want to do it at the end of the page, so that way your customer is satisfied in that they've already got their product, and if they want to venture forward and to see what else you got offered down here below their paid for product, cool. Make that a squeeze page. Make that, where you're providing something free if they provide you with their name and email address. Provide them with affiliate products that are related to web design. Provide them with products that you are promoting yourself that are related to web design. Again, these are items we talked about before that if you already have the pages set up within your templates folder, it's just a matter of click, click, bang, you're done. So one thing that I do want to mention here as far as a thank you or a download page, depending upon the payment processor you're using, most all of them will require some type of verbiage in here that should also be included in your template folder, but this is basically what it looks like. Control V, and I want to make this all centered. A little extra formatting here, and this was from my template folder. Basically, you're telling your customer that they just made the purchase, everything's hunky-dory, it's working out great for them, and where their charge is going to show up for on their credit card and what it's going to be named as. Then I put this down here for please download your products below, and then over here throw this guy over here, and this is where you can put in the clickable link to your download products, and then below this any back-end sales you want to toss in there as well. And you get the idea, hopefully. Then we can just highlight this. We want to make this clickable. So we highlight this, and then we want to navigate to our zip file. And come on up here to link. Link location. We're going to navigate to our zip file. It is not an HTML file. It is an all file. Click on that or double click. Click on open. Link to be opened in a new window. That's cool. That's the way we want it. And click on OK. Then we can format this even further if we wish. And that's pretty much it. Well, yeah, I know. Let's go ahead and make this real, because right now we've created the page, but it ain't nowhere except for right here in our composer. So go back here to source, right click, left click on select all. That highlights everything on the page. Right click, then left click on copy. Come on back here to our folder where our thank you page is. That is, right now it's empty. Right click. Come over to open with notepad, right click and paste, then come on up here, click on file, save, or Control S on the keyboard shortcut keys. And now you can see it's 3K. Open this up in our browser. Open up my other browser, and there you have it. That is how you make your thank you page. Now in our upcoming video, we're going to create our PayPal button, and now that it has something that it can point to. Then we're going to upload everything, make it live. Then I'm going to show you how you can generate some additional traffic to your new product. That's going to bring us to the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.